What's up, guys? I'm Mir14121 here from Awkward Gaming, joined by Jerry, aka Victory Saber.
What's up, guys? How's it going?
Eric, aka Mufasa.
Hey.
And Bobby, aka Cruisenick198.
Hello.
Anyways, so today we're doing another discussion video for DBXV2, and today's topic is a topic that we're actually really excited to talk about because we talk about it in every other video. It's about PvP, stuff we want, stuff we don't want, and just, you know, the general
fairness,
you know, yeah,
like all the mechanics.
General things that just need to happen.
Obviously, I'll kick things off with, let's just get rid of capsules. Okay, we don't need capsules that regen health in PvP.
Well, Amir, I'm going to disagree with you slightly there. I think there should be an option for people who make the lobby to say no capsules or capsules are allowed.
Actually, that's a better idea.
In Pokemon, if you ever do PvP and if you ever do Pokemon battles in the Pokemon game, you actually have an option to turn off items. Like you're able to use like one item in your bag. So I do agree with Bobby. If you could like turn off items on or off.
Yeah,
or
that
whatever.
totally makes more sense than just getting rid of them completely. Just an option's better.
Because they won't get rid of them because people will use them for the story mode.
Yeah.
Which,
let's face
honestly,
it, how many?
Well, no, I wasn't saying story mode.
Used?
I'm talking about in PvP, not story mode, obviously.
No, that's what
PvP is still. I mean, PvP still applies to story mode and parallel quest because you are attacking. That's the main part of the game.
Wait, what?
But let me put it this way: in a PvE, you pretty much just use healing items, don't you?
Pretty much, yeah.
I'm sure there are people who like to use those attack boosting or defense boosting capsules in PvP, but they would never ever PvP.
That's like saying the same people in Pokemon. Like, I've never used an X special or X damage or
It's
whatever,
a waste of a
you know?
turn in Pokemon, but I actually forgot about those extra capsules in the game.
Yeah, because PvP is the only place they'll ever be used. They aren't useful in PvE. They take up a slot that could otherwise be used to heal you.
Right. A lot of people are gonna agree with me, but people want to get rid of time. Well, actually, no, the people are not gonna agree with me. Okay, so I want there to still be a timer for PvP, but I want it to be an extended amount. I do not want infinite amount of time on PvP.
Well,
How about
like
a timer that we can set?
Yeah,
About a timer that we can
it's
set.
like increments of 5, 5, 10, 15.
Basically,
I'd
just
rather-
make PvP more customizable in the lobby.
Like, if I were to like pull a number out of my butt as like a number that would be great, I'd say 5 or 6 minutes for PvP.
Like literally double what it is now would be great.
Because 3 minutes, sometimes 3 minutes can be like too long, or not too long, too short. But there are going to be other times when your opponent is lagging so goddamn hard, you want that timer to go down so the match can just end and you can do something else.
Which
That has happened
kind of,
so many times.
for the lag, I kind of want them to implement like a Naruto system where they kind of pause the game for both teams until they catch up and then they can fight. I mean, yes, it makes the game a little stuttery, but it makes it also balanced. Because that way, the guy with lag doesn't have an overwhelming advantage against the other guy.
Shut up, I like my advantage.
Yeah, that is you.
Anyway, another thing they could do,
Terrible lag.
a lot of Steam games do this. If you don't have a certain, like, if your ping goes beyond a certain number, a lot of games won't let you into their servers. They should do that to where if your internet sucks so bad you're going to screw everything up, you're not allowed in PvP.
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
because-
it
sucks, but it's not fair if you screw everything up for everyone else.
I totally agree with that, but I think
agree
just
with
for
that
like
also.
the sake of people paid for this game, it's not going to happen.
And they can pay for the game, but I'm willing to bet more people that paid for the game are good internet than people who pay the game that have shitty internet.
Yeah.
I really wish
Well,
they just.
you have to have good internet to download it.
I wish they just they picked random people to join the servers, like more calculated, I suppose. Like where everyone that has about the same internet can just go into this one server, and they kind of pick and choose who goes.
like
into
different
the
server lobbies?
Yeah.
Instead of just
whoever
one
has a
giant
better
hub world?
connection to it, yeah. And
That
if you
would
want
be
to play with
nice.
your friends, then you know how you would do that. You obviously add them to your friends list, and then force them into the lobby, and you can deal with the lag if you have to. So
So
that,
you want a GTA situation.
Yeah,
They'd handle it up.
pretty much. I mean, like that way, if you want to play with your friends, you still can do that. But if you want to play random people without having to deal with lag, you can kind of do that as well. And then you can have an option of I don't know, call it like smart select or whatever, and you can turn that on or off depending on you want to play with more people, then just turn it off, and you can play with everyone regardless of their connection, or if you want people with better connection, turn it on and play with people with better connection.
All right, what does Eric have to say about this? Because he hasn't really put his input yet.
As far as for anything PvP related, my demands are simple. I simply want the ability. Yeah, I simply want the ability to, if we're doing an endless mode, I want to be able to choose the fucking map I'm going to be on and not have to go to World Tournament every goddamn time. That was the dumbest implement that they had for endless battle. They have all these matches. You're telling me that we can't do an endless battle in different maps? Like, what was that? Like, why was it locked? Why was it locked on World Tournament?
I have no idea. That was kind of dumb.
It was.
That was really stupid. But from there, I guess we can transition into the whole EXP thing, where I think we already agreed on this. Like in Endless, if we have PvP, the more people in the room, the more EXP everyone gets. I think that's pretty agreeable there.
And obviously, if you win, you get more.
Right.
Yeah, and
that would make grinding so much easier.
Yeah, and then obviously 1v1 PvP, you can like set a limit of like 150, and then the winner gets like 250 or something like that to keep it balanced.
Because I mean, with the 300 to 100 Zenny they give you for PvP, they might as well just give you nothing and save you time.
I know, because we have so much Zenny that we don't use, but we played this game so much just for our character books and everything, and I think people just hate redoing this one parallel quest that gives you a crap ton of EXP, but it's super boring because you just play for it hours and hours and hours to get to level 99. It's ridiculous.
It was really boring, but we did it. All right, so here's something I wanted to ask you guys, because a lot of people feel strongly both ways about this. What do you feel about Z Souls? Do you want them to stay in the game, or do you want them to like?
I think they're fine. I think they're fine.
I think they're fine. They just need to be maybe a little bit balanced.
Yeah.
I feel the same way. I think they're fine.
They need to be
a lot of people
a little bit, but they're fine as they are. They're fine mostly as they are.
A lot of people would rather just there not to be Z Souls at all.
I think it brings like a certain aspect to the game where it's more, intuitive. Like you can, a character can literally change depending on the Z Soul you put on them. Whether they're a defensive character, you put a defensive Z Soul. Whether they're, attacking, offensive
or a
type.
Support character.
Yeah, so I think Z Souls really bring a really cool aspect to the game.
It's not like it breaks the game. It's just a new mechanic you got to get used to.
They probably. People are probably upset with the Z Souls that are just like broken, like Kakarot. That Z Soul's pretty broken, where you don't stagger.
Oh yeah, it's so stupid.
Weast, you're stepping in poo. That Z Soul's hella broken.
That one Android one was pretty broken at one point.
that
you
that
punch
Z
them
Soul.
once and you get full health. Oh my god.
Yeah, they patched that later.
Thank God.
Or that one Z Soul where like if you punch your opponent, it has a chance to like take away 2 bars of stamina.
Oh god.
You know which one I'm talking.
You're a son of a bitch. You shut your mouth.
Yeah, they need to. Speaking of stamina, like they need to stop making stamina so goddamn important. I know I've been through this like a million times on the channel, but like
we're talking about PvP, I think it's appropriate to talk about it this time because stamina definitely affects PvP.
Like, doesn't it make sense? Like, if you're doing the teleport thing, that it would take stamina and ki like half and half, since the people who are normal-ish people in Dragon Ball Z can't do that.
I don't know, just stamina is just too important. Stamina is based on, or not based on, like, evasive is based on stamina, teleporting is based on stamina, blocking stamina, and so is dashing stamina. And it's like, that's... Which is weird because in Dragon Ball Z, ki and stamina are the exact same fucking thing. Yeah. I mean, that's just ridiculous how much stamina is used for. I mean, in all honesty, it's probably not going to change because because it's kind of well established system to have a mana bar and a stamina bar in games like this. Because let's face it, the key bar is basically a mana bar.
Again, I kind of bring it back to because I play a lot of Naruto, and I think the way that they have the system set for health, ki, and or chakra and teleportation, they have their own bars. So I think teleporting should be like Naruto's teleporting, where you have 4 teleportations. Use them how you like, and it's not broken that way because it doesn't affect stamina, it doesn't affect ki, it's its own thing. and you only get 4, and then you get to let it recharge, and then you can use it again. I think that way everyone deals with the same scenario. You get 4 and no more.
One thing that Eric brought into light, or reminded me of today, was that when your stamina actually regenerates slower when you're getting hit, which really sucks, because you need stamina to evade. But if you're low on stamina and your opponent is like literally wailing on you,
like when
it
you get into that
regenerates
infinite
slower.
combo, that's the worst. Like you have 0 stamina, you're not regenerating, so you can't evasive, and your opponent's probably like doing that infinite combo like Jerry does, where he hits you up to the ceiling and just keeps wailing on you. And you can't regain stamina, so like what do? You just let him beat you up, and then they usually do an ultimate, and you just dead.
Yeah, like that's stupid. Why does stamina not regenerate at the same rate when you're getting beat up? It just makes no sense. By the way, there's 4 of us. Just saying.
Oh yeah, there's 4
Bobby, Eric, you introduce yourselves at the beginning, Jerry.
Yeah,
we got this.
Okay.
Which we
It's
do that
Amir.
we do this every time. Like in the
Some
intro,
people
we
still
say
think there's
4
only-
people's names, and we were like 3 people. It's like who
Yeah.
we
You
got
audience
here?
members who say that, you're either trolling, you didn't watch the video, or you're being a douche on purpose.
And now most people actually didn't really notice the whole like stamina bar thing, where like if you get hit, your stamina bar actually regenerates slowly. But for
Normally
people,
focus on the guy punching you.
but for people who what's it called? Play PvP a lot, like really a lot, like Amir and I. We notice that stuff because we fought with a lot of really like high tier people, I guess, who really know what the hell they're doing. And these are the kind of people that know how to find all these like little mechanics in the game, and they know how to like exploit them.
Exactly, and for a beginner, that's like the worst, because you have no idea why this person is just crushing you, and it makes you depressed like you're just a terrible player. And it's like, no, that's not the case. They just know these small little things, like the stamina not regenning when you're getting beat the shit out of. And you know, that kind of changes the whole game for everyone. They think it's super complicated, where it's not really that complicated. It's just a small thing that you need to know. And you know.
Yeah, so if they could like just, I mean, the whole stamina, if stamina could just regen constantly at a even pace without it being slowed down or sped up or whatever, I would be fine with that. Because then at least you can like
kind
play
of
around.
brings me up to the next thing, is I want them to get rid of things that affect stamina in a major way. Like they have, like, you know, the whole hyper drain and was it drain charge or super drain? I think it was super drain.
Yeah, those moves are just unfair.
Like that's
really
ridiculous.
dirty.
Let's
and
face
unfair.
it, if it's you can basically just keep spamming that, and your opponent can't do anything if you can't get away.
Yeah, I know.
Right.
You literally
I have no
can't defend
stamina, I
without
can't get
stamina.
away, therefore I
Yeah.
cannot dodge the next one, and so on and so forth.
Yeah, it kind of goes back to the whole like stamina doesn't regenerate at a steady pace. Plus the guy knows what he's doing. Plus he's using a move that drains your stamina. I mean, like, and on top of that, he's probably a striker, because strikers have an unfair advantage against key blasters. So you combine all those things together, it's just
Imagine
like,
if they had like the Z Soul. I think it's Z Soul, or it might just be when you have Super Saiyan God Goku or Vegeta, where your stamina is cut in like half at the beginning of the game. That's so bullshit. Oh, is that the Z Soul? That's so
it's more than
bullshit.
half. It like if you have 8 bars of stamina, I think it cuts it down to like 3.
No, it's cut in half. It halves the stamina.
It halves stamina. I feel like it does more.
No, it halves. You just feel like that because you're
I think
immediately dash.
yeah,
Start.
you're immediately dashing, so you go straight to like 3.5. But yeah,
Yes,
that's
that's
the
true.
stupidest thing, because if stamina is so important, anything that affects it kind of breaks the game for the person that's being affected by it.
Yeah, if 2 people of equal skill level fight each other, it basically becomes who runs out of stamina first.
Now, I have another unrelated thing I would like that would probably fix not only PvP, but a lot of the game in general. Fix the stupid fucking cameras when your back is to a wall.
Oh my god, I
Oh my
forgot
god,
about
I
the camera
completely forgot
angles.
about that. That is so stupid. You know what? No,
Oh.
worse than that, well, I mean, not worse, but equal to that, is let us control which way you dash when you're on the ground. Like, sometimes you just randomly roll towards your opponent, or sometimes you roll away, or to the side, left or right.
Oh yeah, when you get knocked
Being
down.
able to control that is like a major thing.
Major
that you
thing,
do.
yeah.
Because, yeah, you, like, right now, you just randomly go whichever
Yeah, right.
direction.
No,
and
right. Yeah,
it's
right.
the
You
worst.
basically just point in the direction and hope for the fucking best.
Oh my god, but yeah, you make a really good point. Sometimes, like when I'm fighting with the mirror, we're fighting in World Tournament stage, because that is the small stage, and that kind of like keeps the fight to a minimum.
You get in the corner and you're just out of camera.
Yeah, the camera will just like get in your way, and it's just
let the camera just zoom out more, but make the audience just not exist in the camera.
Oh my god, yeah, so many other games have done that. Why not this game?
A lot of other Dragon Ball Z games have done that right.
Yeah, what is up with that? Another thing I really hate about the camera is that when you're fighting somebody and you want to turn around to do a back kick because they teleported behind you, the camera will
shifts, so it's like you're pointing the other way.
Right, and then your character punches forward, and it's just like, bro, I didn't want to do that. And this has happened to me and Amir so many times. It happens. It
really messes you up.
It kills the momentum so hard.
So hard because like
so
that
hard.
One back hit can allow your opponent to pull off an ultimate or break your stamina or just get into an infinite combo. And if you have like almost no stamina, that back kick usually saves you.
Oh yeah, that is so true.
It's the worst.
That is so true.
It's so bad. Which reminds me, I mean this is more server related, but they have to fix this whole, invisible key cannon or whatever you want to call it. It's like a ghost attack, I'm going to call it, I guess.
Oh yeah,
that
attack
happens on console too.
I know what I'm saying. They
happen on
need to
console.
fix that, like somehow. I don't know how, but they need to fix that because the thing is then the opponent kind of needs to dodge the freaking invisible key cannon that's still there, or attack or whatever. And
or even
the actual one.
Something else happens when the freaking attack stays behind.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh
Like, it's
my god,
still there.
I hate when
And,
that happens.
I know, there's invisible ones and there's the one that stay behind. They're two different issues.
yeah, like
I've seen this happen.
This happened today. I was playing
in
with Jerry.
consoles
I was playing
so
with
much.
Jerry, and he did the Ghost Kamikaze, and he did 2 of them, and they stayed there while they also moved. So I had to evade the 2 that were staying there while the 2 other ones were following me, and I got blown up. But
Yeah, that needs to be
it's
fixed.
dumb because it
I feel
literally
like that-
covered the entire stage.
I feel like that's a coding error in the game itself, because that, like I said before, it happens on console too occasionally.
Yeah,
So that definitely needs to be fixed. Let's see. I've already talked about how like key blasters need to be a little more balanced.
At the very least, make the clothes have the same amount of boosts and minuses for key blasters they are for melee.
Yeah,
That's like the bare minimum what's acceptable.
that would be the bare
There's
minimum.
also one thing that this is for like low-level players that want to play PvP, but they can't necessarily use their character because they're playing against a high-level character. And that's when you use like an original character like Goku, Gohan. The thing is that when you play as those characters, they usually set it to your level, so you'll have lower health and lower strength. I kind of want them to like set it. Yeah, they do actually. I was super surprised when they did that. When I was playing like a pool with some other dude, my pool was way stronger than Super Saiyan 4 Goku. I felt that. But yeah,
Terrible person.
I know. I beat him up with a pool. I felt terrible. But that's not the issue. The thing is that I kind of want them to set that level to their opponent's strength, so it's kind of equal.
Yeah,
that way,
Yeah, if you're gonna use OCs, make them
Yeah.
same level of strength for whatever tier they're in.
Yeah, there's no point in making them your.
I mean, obviously you're not gonna
level
make
strong enough.
Cyberman as strong as Goku, but if there's 2 Gokus, make the 2 Gokus equally strong.
Yeah, that would be totally fair. Because then it would be a kind of a skill thing. I mean,
You're playing Budokai.
we all agree that after a certain level, if you're really like skilled at the game, it kind of doesn't
Once you
matter.
get past like 85, you're set.
Yeah, once you're past 85, you're set. Because I've seen level 85s beat 99s really easy.
Oh yeah.
Granted, I've also seen like level 20s beat 99s, but again, that says more about
Those are people who have somehow managed to crack the game.
Yeah, those are the kind of people who know all the mechanics that I've mentioned before, and they just, I don't know, they're the kind of
know all
people
the
that.
nuances of the game, so they know all the little tips and tricks. And like they probably have like the timings down for every move, so they know when to block, and all this just regular stuff that regular people don't know.
I mean, that's good for you, like hands down. You've proven your worth in the game, but us normal people here, you gotta work hard for the things we want. Especially me, since my luck is crap in video games.
Yeah. Jerry once got killed in Dragon Quest VIII by the game. He had full health, no one was dead, all of a sudden, game over.
Okay, yeah, that's a story for another day. Actually, I'll just say it right now. I was playing an RPG, and like all my characters had full health, and all of a sudden the game played the death music, and I went through the death sequence, and all my characters were still standing up.
Mid-boss fight, too.
It was really dumb.
It was awesome for the ones who saw it.
But yeah, I have really bad luck in games, so that's just my deal, I guess.
To address in this video?
Well, a balancing of certain moves. Some moves are just really spammable, like Pearl Flash. Broly's. No, yeah, Shine Shot's pretty spammable, but have you ever seen Pearl Flash?
I have not.
Okay, so some people are able to use Pearl Flash in such rapid succession over and over and over, you're basically just stunned the entire time. And it's just like, is this because of lag or something? Because like when I try to use Pearl Flash back to back, I always have that little pause, that's kind of supposed to be there. But then sometimes some people are just going like,
maybe there's like a specific mix of character traits you have to use it quick.
Well, either way, that shouldn't be in the game.
No,
if some moves are gonna have you pause, then let them freaking have you pause.
Yeah, but I think that's something that kind of, when the game comes out, they patch it as you go, because, I mean, let's be honest,
really, because
the developers can't necessarily know everything about the game.
That's true,
or everything broken with it. So I think that's something that changes over time, because Xenoverse definitely got better over time, and they got worse over time, like way worse. But there was a period of time where Xenoverse was an amazing game. It was beautiful.
Where everything was perfect.
And then Steam fucked it.
But yeah, I know we complain a lot about Xenoverse, but we really do love the game.
We complain about it so much because we want it to be good.
Yeah, we complain.
We don't obviously make discussion videos about Minecraft or anything because obviously, I mean, it's a fun game and all.
For what it is, Minecraft is a perfected game.
Pretty much.
It is. It is a pretty perfect game.
But the thing is that, you make a video or you talk about and you complain about the small things because you love something. You want to fix it so it's better and more people can love it just as much as you do.
Yeah, so
it's like that.
That's our main purpose for this channel, is to entertain you guys and have you guys.
No one thinks we don't love this franchise of this game. We do.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the funnest thing that we get to do. We get to sit here, we get to play with our friends, and then we get to show it to you guys, and you guys either bash on it or say yay.
Who doesn't want to get together with their friends and shoot beams at each other?
Shoot laser giant.
I need beam clashes, man. Beam struggles.
Yes,
we need them.
That's something that's something that could be in like any video though. But yes, beam clashes, awesome. We want them.
Which reminds me of another thing. One of the commenters did this, I think, on one of our first discussion videos with new hair and stuff. He said that, when you have, like, the melee struggles and, if possible, beam struggles, you have to, like, hit a specific button and mash it. Whoever mashes it first kind of wins that struggle, instead of it being, like, an equal thing. I think it just adds a little
that could be
to it.
Bad, though, because there's this thing called modified controllers that have double tap.
I do get that, but, I mean, just make it
also
for, like... That is true. Okay, maybe not. Yeah, make it equal. Because nobody can account for lag. Lag is just terrible.
Oh, this is a minor issue, but I really want this to happen where if two people get in a melee struggle, it doesn't look like they're just standing still to everyone else in the match.
For the spectators, yeah.
Oh yeah, big time.
That's a minor thing, but it's lame. It's kind of lame.
It is kind of lame. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, so you can be informed of awesome discussion videos like this. Check out some of our older videos, some of our older Xenoverse videos. We're also playing Budokai Tenkaichi 3, so look forward for that. Well, we're actually playing it. And check us out at Twitter, twitter.com/GoAwkwardGaming. I'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, I guess that's it. Bye!
Had a Z-Soul where, like, he dies, and he comes back to life with, like, half health, and it's a meta cooler.
So, you mean exactly like that thing from